Hello everyone, this is Davinci Resolve channel, and today I'm gonna show you how to create this clone effect.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time.
So, let's run Davinci and go!
Drag any video to a timeline and duplicate it. Then disable video on the first layer, press the key on your keyboard, then create new Fusion clip and go to the Fusion page. First of all, we need to separate character from the background and we will use Magic Mask. Connect media in node to Magic Mask and display Magic Mask in the right viewer. Then select Mode Beta and find any shot with no motion blur, for example like this, and draw some line in your character. Now let's track the mask. Press this button, track forward, then reverse. Once tracker is finished, let's stylize our character. Let's set edge detect node. Let's display it on the right viewer and adjust parameters as you want. I leave RGB edges. If you want, you can select grayscale edges like this. And I decrease edge width, increase brightness, and decrease gamma, like this. Okay. Now we can create two copies of the character. Let's add one merge node and second merge node. And connect edge detect to the two merge nodes. Then we need to add transform node to move our copies. And one more transform node. Then select any transform node, right mouse button click on the center parameter, select modify width and select XY path. Go to modifiers tab, remove keyframes from X and Y parameters and move your copy where you want. To see copies, let's display media out node in the right viewer, like here. So select transform node again and move copy where you want. So do the same for the transform to node. Then I would like to make that copies will be placed symmetrically. I will do one trick. Press pin button here, then select transform one node and right mouse button click on X parameter and select expression. Remove this property and drag plus button to X to transform one node and add 1 minus XY path 1.x. So now you can adjust X parameter on transform one node and the second copy will be placed symmetrically, like this. Okay, let's move on. Now I would like to add some glowing effect. I will add glow node. Disconnect edge detect from transform nodes, connect edge detect to glow and glow connect to transform nodes. Like this. Let's display glow node on the left viewer and add rectangle mask. Let's adjust mask and increase soft edge, like this. Now let's adjust glow node. I would increase glow and decrease glow size, like this. Now let's animate rectangle mask. For example, from 50 frame, I will move the mask down, then I would mark center parameter by keyframe, then move to 60 frame and move the mask up, and then in 70 frame I move mask down again. Now leave keyframe in 90 frame, like this. Now let's loop our animation. Open spline editor, select rectangle mask, select displacement, press zoom to fit button, select all keyframes and press set loop button. Now our animation will repeat like this. So okay, let's close spline editor. Now let's make animation when copies will be revealed. Let's find frame where the guy moves his hand from left to right, like here. Okay, let it be 45 frame and go to transform one node, modifiers tab, move our copy to default position and set keyframe. Now go to frame where moving ends, 51 frame, and move our copies where you want. Keyframe is set already. Okay. We have the following animation for now. And let's add motion blur. Go to tools in transform one node and mark motion blur. You can increase this parameter if you want and do the same in transform 2 node. Okay, now we see that when copies moves, they are blurred. Okay, now our copies stylized are above original guy. Let's fix it. Let's add one more merge node after merge 2 node right here and connect magic mask to merge 3, and let's add router to more convenience. Okay, now animation looks like this. Okay, let's return our copies to default position when the guy turn around. Let's start animation from this frame. Let's set keyframe on this frame and go to for example this frame and move our copies to default position. Okay, now we have the following animation. Cool. And when copies are on default position, we can see glowing edges. Let's remove it. Let's move on 180 frame and select Edge Detect node, go to settings and mark keyframe near blend parameter and go to 190 frame and decrease blend. Let's do the same for the beginning of the video. Let's go to 40 frame and decrease blend and go to 45 frame and increase. So now we have very nice animation. I hope you like it. So we could finish here, but if you want to add more dynamic to this video, keep watching. Unconnect media in from merge node, add background node and connect it to merge one node instead of media in node. And decrease alpha parameter. Now let's go to edit tab. This is the time to enable clip on video one way, and now we see the same animation. Let's find frame where copies start moving. Let it be this frame. Let's press Ctrl B and let's find frame where we have an animation, for example here, and also make a cut. Now let's add some video transitions. Open Effects library, select Video Transitions, and let's find Film Strip transition and connect it to the second cut. And let's find Rounded Down transition and connect it to the first cut. Make duration longer, for example 16 frames, and do the same here. And one more thing, let's add music. I already prepared the music for this clip, and let's watch what we have now.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time.
So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, it was interesting for you. So bye bye guys.